Hello, it's Kristy and welcome to my channel. Today is going to be about the Kate in the Nest pouch, and unfortunately I actually don't know what it's called. The theme. I did see it, but then I've forgotten. So I will put it on the board. I'm not at school. I'll put it on the screen when I find out and I post up the video. So let's get into the purple pouch. This might be the last one, but it will be the last one possibly for now, until we see what's going on with Kate and what she's doing in the next 6 months. But it could be time that, you know, I just go off on my own and create my own things or wearables. I wouldn't call them wearables actually. I would just call them pouches and maybe needle books or something or other. I'd like to think I could start creating my own ideas, and hopefully that will keep you liking what you see. So let's get on with what I've got here. I found some purple blanket, which I have a fair bit of, and I think I've used purple blanket before on something. I don't even know what it was now. So I've got lots of stuff here. As you can see, I've got embellishments, some a doily thing. Don't know actually know what you call that when you cut it up. This has been dyed, and I got that recently. Some rickrack. I found this off a apron, some yarn and some cotton. I've got all these things here to put on. I've got fabric here. I've got lace and some other little bits of fabric, but then I've got my base fabric, which is all of these. I've got some beads and some buttons and yo-yos or Suffolk puffs, and we'll see where that goes. So for now, I will. This came from my husband's, my best friend's husband. Her mum was. We were clearing out her room, and I was able to go up and have a look in all of her craft rooms. So I brought back a few boxes, and this was in it. So it's a rayon, 100% rayon, but it looks very crinkly. So I thought maybe I might be able to give that a go. I've got ribbon, all sorts of stuff here on the table. So what I did was I went around and I gathered all the stuff that I could think that was purple, and so I've got it all here in front of me just to give me my ideas to lay it all down. Now this one, the last one I did was the green one. Now that's gone to my lovely friend Michelle, and she loves it. And this one, that was a zipper one. This one's going to be a pouch one. Now it does look like it's crooked, but because the blanket has stretched, I had to try and cut it straight, even though it doesn't look straight, but you're not going to see it. So I'm going to do a pouch. So I'm just going to go up to there, and then that's going to be the fold over, and we've got the sides and obviously the bottom, which I'm not cutting. So let's try and start with the top. Now the top I took off. Am I filming? Yeah. I took off the stitching, and I'm left with the blanket folded over. So I thought maybe it would be a good idea to do some blanket stitch across that. So that's what I will do there. I think I need to lay this out. Actually, first of all, I need to find out where the bottom is. I'll put a pin in it. Put a couple of pins if I can find them, because I've been using them today. and then I'll know that that's the bottom. So let's go and put some foundation or base fabric down. This is some fabric I had in my craft room, but I probably should iron that first. But I'm not sure, I might use that for something around the sides. Or I've got something else I have in mind. I was just thinking, as we do. I have this. Now, it'd be a shame to not use it because I think it's beautiful. So, what I'm thinking of, this is the perfect size for the whole piece. So instead of cutting it up, I'm thinking of just leaving it there. And then putting stuff over the top. Let me see what we've got here. Sometimes I always find it difficult to start. But once I've started, I'm not too bad. Oh, those birdies are sweet. I like Kath Holden's fabrics, but it makes you want to use them, but then you've got to sacrifice others to use, say, that print there. So I have to sacrifice that there. And the handle of that. It's a bit annoying. What I can do is probably go into there and go round straight up, so I can use that to just put something over the top. I don't know what tooth soap is. Those buttons are cute. Might grab into the buttons. Cut into the buttons. What I could do is find some, I could embellish these with something on the top, couldn't I? All right, I'll leave that in there. Not sure about that. Now that I've cut into that, I can just cut round here. I don't want the soap, so I'll cut round there as well. What have we got here? A doily. That might be better on the other side. Let's use some fabric. This is something I coloured, but the purple didn't turn out as well as I thought it was going to be. How is everybody? I hope you're all stitching along, doing your own stitching. Maybe you're coming up with some different ideas for your projects. I thought about opening up my Facebook. I do have a Sewbits Facebook, but I don't know how to open it up so I don't get all the ads for other people and stuff. So I'll have to do some research and figure that one out. I'm going to cut that for now because it's looking okay, apart from that tiny little bit. But maybe it's not on the other side. Oh, it is. Oh, just Netflix. So I will leave that there for now. I've done that bit of fabric. That white doesn't go on there. What about this here? That was fabric I put on for myself, but it's very thick fabric. I think it's the fabric that you buy from the shops. I mean, not fabric, I mean the A4 size by Matilda's Own, possibly. What's hard about this is this is all white. This is cream, and this is all white. And then it'll just add a little bit more. It'll be too hard, I think. This is stumping me a little bit because everything else that I put down is white. Maybe if I get rid of all this and this will be this centerpiece, it might not be so bad. I can fold that over the top there. It's funny how when you haven't done something for ages, even though it's not a long time, you feel like you can't do it. So that does not too bad. There's some nice striped fabric. I quite like that there. As I have it. This much stripe, that will do. Embellishments is for later. I've got this here, that might go on the back, but I don't know if it's the correct purple. Like this purple, I mean purple there, purple there, purple, that purple, this purple, that purple, so all different types of purple. Don't know about that one. I've got some of this. This might be too dark. Let's put a little bit at the top here. It's got elephants on it. I think I could put that on the other side. I've got to put something across the top there, haven't I? I think that's too much. Let's get rid of some of that. Too much, it can be a bit annoying. Fabric that goes at the top, and then I could bring this in here, couldn't I? Really want that there. Unless I bring that down. No, I need that bit there. Leave it there for now, because I've learnt my lesson not to cut until I'm satisfied, because I've done that before and the pieces have been way too short, and then I haven't been able to put it back together. That doesn't look too bad. So I've got this here, pop of purple. I don't like that, so I might just unpick that. And maybe unpick that so I've got the full white part of the circle. I think I'll do that. I've got this, but that can go on the back. Now I've got this doily, or I've got, oh no, that's a big doily, that's too big. I'll cut into this. And when you're cutting into these, it's all good because it doesn't fall apart. But you've got the edge, you've got all this edge. What I mean is you've got, maybe I should dye that a bit better. You've got all this trim here. When you cut all the bits out, cut the edging, that's probably a better word. Let's cut this edging out. I didn't even know what the time is. Now making a mess. Okay, that's good. Get rid of that. I need one of those lint things, don't I? Then you would just cut that there. Put that one in there like that. Maybe move it around, lift that up. Use that as the edging. It's got to stay there. Put that in there. I might be able to stretch this a little bit. Bring that down into there. I think I like that better. Better than this one. Yes, I do. All right, let's cut this. Don't throw those bits out. They always come in handy for something. Right. Right, so I'm just going to tidy up a little bit of this. Just gives you a bit of a cleaner line. And it doesn't fray so much. Sorry, I stop when I'm talking because I just sort of thinking of what I'm going to try and say. Sometimes I know that's very hard for you to believe, but it's true. Probably because I just don't exactly know what I'm doing. Which is the right way, which is the wrong way. I've got to find which way, this way. What you find is you find which way your double crochet goes, but then there's that bit there, so I'm just going to turn it over. Still, I like that in there. It's like as if the bird's sitting on a branch. I've definitely lost some of my pins from my other work. I like it when I can get something happening when I do these. Makes me feel like I've made a sense of achievement. Now what I might do is I might just cut into there. And then butt that up there like that. And then I'll sew that down. It should be right after that. I don't like that. It's got too much blue in it. Don't know if we need one of these now. I might just tidy this up. And move it. Yeah, that looks good there. I think that's better there. I'm trying to leave that there just to anchor the fabric underneath when I sew it. Like that. That needs to just come down. Might stay on the thing better, that's all. You know, when you sew it under there, because I've made these, sometimes I've made this too short and then it just doesn't want to sit very well. Okay, so let's find some more pins. This might change again, I don't know. If you can hear that weird noise, I think it's my cat. Is that you, Milky Boy? Yes, it is. It's my cat. Everybody's been fast asleep. I did a video this morning. Yeah, I think that looks good. Nice. It's like a little bit of a window looking in. All right. Let's see what I can do with this. I don't know if I want this on this side. This might be something I can pop on the other side. if you don't like the embroidery that's on it, but you like the fabric underneath, I give you permission to do this. You're allowed to do it. It's your thing. It's you own it. I'm going to do that to some of them eventually when I get there. Thought maybe I might be able to just take a little bit of that green. Oh, Milky Boy, you're so funny. Come on, I just want to take a little bit more. Right, let's just cut this now. Left on that. I don't think I really have any need for that. So to get rid of that the holes in the fabric, sometimes you can scratch them out and they will fill back together. I could just sit that there and have something under there, or that might be too much. I might leave it on the other side. Right, I've got some lovely, this is some lovely not Tilda, oh my goodness, Liberty fabric. Some lovely Liberty fabric here. I nearly cut that. Let's shape this. This is a good colour, that. Don't forget that's the bottom, so I don't want too much messing about. I might just leave that whole piece along there. The trouble is then I've something round, you've got to stick bits and pieces in it, haven't you? Let's move this over here. Now, I was wanting some purple fabric underneath, which is what I like to do. Unless, do you know what? I'm just going to cut that around there and get rid of that. I don't actually, now that I've decided I'm going to do that, I will get my little blue pen. And draw a circle. in a bit. Need to come in a little bit. There. That's what I'm going to do, because I can't think with that fabric there. And I could possibly use the fabric again. You could just use that as a base fabric when you're stitching like a base fabric down. Right, that feels better. Put that down, then you can see the purple underneath. Up my daughter this afternoon. Now I've got to get rid of that, wet that, and get rid of that blue. Otherwise you'll be able to see it. Much better now. I can use the blanket like I've done before when I've made them. Let's hope that that is straight. Right, we've got the blue, birdie there. Piece of fabric. That means I can leave the bits of purple there. Down a bit more. I should really just cut it off, but I want to still have it as a anchor stitch, as an anchor for when I sew that down there like that. Means I can leave a little bit of purple there. Might be able to put some beads in there or something like that. Much better now. Heaps of planes going out, must be that time of day. Right, oh, maybe if I just iron that fabric it might stay down properly. Someone I saw was using a hairdryer to straighten their fabric. I thought, that's not a hairdryer, a hair straightener to straighten their fabric in their sewing room. And I thought, gee, that's a good idea. I think I like that. Might be able to find some lace and put around it. I don't think this is a very good purple lace. It's not very purpley. I'm sure I've got something, some other lace somewhere. But this is here. I've used this before. I don't know if it's purple. But I've got enough there to come over. Just maybe. Move this. I can actually do maybe this way. That's it. Always think of ways turning your fabric as well. Right, that will do there. Two bits of orange, orange and orange. Maybe I need to swap these two over. That's better. Don't be afraid to move things around. I know that's different there, but that's okay. I can probably bring that down a little bit more. I'll put that just over the edge, so that covers that over there. I know I wasn't talking then. I should just talk when I want to and don't talk when I want to. You can just see what I'm doing. All right, that's good. I like that. I don't really want to cover that rose, so maybe I'll put there. I think there's enough round stuff there. That doily can go. That's all done. They can go, my bits over there. I'm going to cut the round bit off. What's the time? I think I've been on here for a bit. Better just have a look. 40 minutes, yeah. Oops, daisy. I think I've been on here for some time. It's my head probably bobbing in the camera. So I'm going to put this back on here. I really want this to be part of the thing, so I'm going to chop that off there. I can probably put that on the other side. I've got a little doily here. Nope. This one here. If I use that, I'll cover that up. What have I got? I've got some nice purple fabric here. Maybe I won't have that. Maybe I'll just come across. That can go under there. Still want all that to go across, and then I can just do some stitching across the top there. Oh, that's what happens when everything just gets not pinned down. You go to move it and the whole thing moves. I'm going to chop that corner off. Hopefully I did it right. Yep. I've only got little baby pins, so that's going to have to do for now. Tie everything down, because the minute I lift all this up, it's going to go all over the floor. And I will have to leave you here because it's been about an hour. Can't believe how quick the time goes. Now all these fabrics are different weights and different thicknesses and a different feel, so that's a good thing for your slow stitching. Don't think you all have to have cotton. There's some seersucker there, that's probably back to front. Yes, it is. There we go. And that's heavy linen, cotton. Oh, I forget this all the time. Nope, can't remember. I do it all the time. I know you're all screaming at me, telling me what it's called, and I forget it every single time. I'll remember it the next time. I'll look it up after I stop the video. And this is Liberty Lawn, Tanner Lawn I think it's called. It's fairly thin, yep. So that's going to be lovely on there. And what I'll do is have a look and see what other fabrics and whatever have you I have. Oh look, I've got some grapes here. I don't know if it needs grapes. I need to get rid of that. Don't mind the grapes actually. All right, I will cut this out. Let's see if I can put this in here. I know I was going to stop the video, but I don't mind if I can get some of those grapes in there. that's got rid of that. Trying to sort out that yellow bit. That would do under there. Maybe I just fold that under and bring that down? I don't know. So I can still see that yellow bit there. That would do under there, I think. I think I left myself a bit short for that Liberty fabric. Oh no, that's all right. I'll move that back. There. Make sure that's hooked in. I'll get another. Right, I can't believe I've done quite a bit. Yeah, I'm happy. Okay, I'm going to leave it here because I'll go on for another half an hour, and you know, time will have gone, and it'll be too long a video, so I'll fix that up. I want to thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch up with you soon. Hopefully that was on video, and there it is there, and I'll come down and there's my little grapes. Yeah, that looks good. I can see that on the video. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.